for decades. One region of the Atlantic Ocean has captured the world's imagination through stories of ships disappearing without a trace, aircraft vanishing from radar, and distress calls ending in complete silence across open water. Some believe the Bermuda Triangle is cursed, while others claim it hides supernatural forces beyond human understanding, making it one of the most debated locations on Earth. But after decades of investigations, scientific research, and historical analysis, the real question remains whether the mystery is truly supernatural or simply misunderstood. The Bermuda Triangle is not an officially recognized location on any world map, but it is commonly described as the area connecting Miami, Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, surrounding a vast section of the Atlantic Ocean covering hundreds of thousands of square miles. It is also one of the busiest shipping lanes and aviation routes in the world, with thousands of ships and aircraft safely crossing the region every single year without experiencing unusual events. The legend itself only began gaining worldwide attention during the 1950s and 1960s, when newspaper articles and best-selling books combined unrelated disappearances into a single mysterious narrative. One of the most famous incidents connected to the legend is Flight 19, which departed Florida on December 5, 1945. As 5 U.S. Navy training aircraft began what was expected to be a routine navigation exercise over the Atlantic Ocean. During the mission, the flight leader became uncertain of his position. Worsening weather complicated navigation, radio communications grew increasingly confused, and eventually all contact with the aircraft disappeared without confirmed recovery. A rescue aircraft launched later also vanished after apparently suffering an in-flight explosion, adding another unexplained chapter that strengthened the growing Bermuda Triangle legend. Despite its mysterious reputation, the Atlantic Ocean itself presents powerful natural dangers, including severe thunderstorms, hurricanes, tropical storms, waterspouts, sudden squalls, massive waves, and rapidly changing weather capable of creating life-threatening conditions within only a few minutes. For both experienced pilots and skilled sailors, these environmental conditions remain among the greatest hazards because visibility, navigation, and survival can all change dramatically before crews have enough time to react. Many accidents that later became part of the Bermuda Triangle legend occurred during periods of challenging weather rather than under unexplained circumstances. Another major factor is the Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current flowing directly through the region that can rapidly carry floating debris. Damaged vessels or aircraft wreckage far away from the original accident site before rescue teams even arrive. This makes search and recovery operations extremely difficult because evidence may drift across enormous distances, leaving investigators with little physical proof to determine exactly what happened. In many historical cases, the absence of wreckage created mystery, even though powerful ocean currents provide a logical explanation for why debris often remains undiscovered. One of the most persistent myths claims that compass needles behave strangely inside the Bermuda Triangle, spinning unpredictably or failing completely, leading many people to believe mysterious magnetic forces exist beneath the Atlantic Ocean. In reality, Earth's magnetic field naturally varies across different regions, and professional navigators have understood magnetic variation for centuries by adjusting their instruments and navigation methods accordingly. There is no credible scientific evidence showing that the Bermuda Triangle possesses unique magnetic properties capable of causing ships or aircraft to disappear. Another theory involves methane gas escaping naturally from the seafloor, some researchers suggesting that unusually large methane releases could temporarily reduce seawater density enough to affect a vessel's buoyancy under specific conditions. While methane eruptions are real geological phenomena observed in certain parts of the world, there is currently no convincing evidence linking them directly to the famous disappearances most often associated with the Bermuda Triangle. Like many scientific ideas, the theory remains interesting but has never been supported by sufficient evidence to explain the legend as a whole. As scientific explanations failed to satisfy public curiosity, far more extraordinary theories began spreading through books, television, documentaries, and popular culture, including extraterrestrial abductions, lost technology from Atlantis, mysterious energy fields, dimensional gateways, and even portals through time itself. These dramatic stories helped transform the Bermuda Triangle into one of the world's greatest modern myths, because they offered exciting explanations that captured imagination far more effectively than weather reports or navigation errors. However, none of these extraordinary claims have ever been supported by reliable scientific evidence or verified physical discoveries. Modern investigations by organizations such as the U.S. Coast Guard and marine researchers present a far less mysterious picture, showing no statistical evidence that ships or aircraft disappear more frequently inside the Bermuda Triangle than in other heavily traveled regions with similar weather conditions and traffic levels. Accidents certainly occur throughout the Atlantic Ocean, but they are generally explained through familiar causes such as severe weather, mechanical failures, human decision-making, navigation mistakes, and the enormous challenges of operating across open water. In other words, the dangers are real, but they are natural rather than supernatural. The Bermuda Triangle continues to fascinate people because it blends genuine historical events with decades of sensational storytelling, creating a legend that grows stronger every time another unexplained disappearance captures public attention somewhere at sea. The truth may never feel as exciting as stories involving aliens, Atlantis, or hidden dimensions. Yet the real mystery is still remarkable because it reveals how easily dramatic narratives can grow beyond the available evidence. Sometimes the greatest mystery is not what lies beneath the waves of the Atlantic Ocean, but how powerful human imagination becomes whenever answers remain just beyond our reach.